So imagine that you own the company, but sales are falling. What will you do? Probably you will expand your portfolio. For example, you sell chicken sausages and you will try pork sausages. And now imagine that you are a pig. Will you be happy? And that's exactly your case in the platformer Oddworld Apes Odyssey. Apes Odyssey is quite an old game. It was released in 1997, but you may know the remake Oddworld New and Tasty. In addition, Apes Exodus was released in 1998, which was very similar to original game, and you will find only minor improvements to game mechanics and content. In 2021 was released Oddworld Soulstorm, that was the reincarnation of Apes Exodus. There were some games for consoles, but it was not comparable to the original games. And now let's look at the first one. That being said, it is a classic platformer and you can only go to the left, right, up and down. But there are some original mechanics and the game offers excellent mix of puzzles, action and emphasis on accuracy. You are Abe, a meek Mudokon slave at the Rapture Farm meeting processing factory. One day, while doing your cleaning duties, you will see glucons, a wealthy business species who own the company, have decided to create new taste of their product. New product will be made of mutacons, so your fate won't be so happy. So you have to escape and you should save the other mutacons that you will find on the way from the factory. You will visit several different locations with different enemies. You will start in the factory, then you go through so-called Free Fire Zone to the homeland and then you will find out that you have to go through Scarabania and Paramonia to get special power and then you will go back to the factory for revenge. Each location looks unique. Rapture Fine Factory is pretty easy. You will encounter Glucon's followers, the Slicks. They are equipped with submachine gun, but you can pass around them in the shadows or you can even telepathically control them if there is no flying orb. Then you can go with him and you can kill other enemies. When his job is done, you will kill him. In the Free Fire Zone, your life will be much more difficult. You will meet new enemies, scrubs, slugs, and bats. You can control any of them. Scraps are something like a mix of a horse and a scorpion. They don't like anyone, even not the other scraps, so if you see them, you have to run away. Slugs are something like an angry dog. They are also fast, but unlike scraps, they cannot jump, so holes will protect you. And bats, the greatest bastards of the game. There is just one single rule: don't go near to them. One bite and the game is over. Homeland is the next part of the game. There are many other mutacons and you just need to repeat the melody after them. Scarabania and Paramonia are really hard parts of the game. You will encounter many scraps and paramites, very nasty spiders that are scary if they are alone, but deadly when there are more than one on a single screen. If you can solve all the puzzles, you will return to the Rapture Farms factory. The way to the factory is terrible. It is one of the most difficult parts of the game. There are many slugs and flying mines. You need to be very precise to get through this passage. The final part on the game is on the other hand quite easy. The game is quite long, around 20 hours to win. You may get to the end of the game faster, but you will probably die. The game has two endings. Yes, your goal is not only to save your own ass, but also the lives or other mutants. However, it is not so clear at the beginning, and you will get this essential information in the last part of the game. So, okay, now you know the information at the beginning, but it is not that easy. Do you remember I said that the first part of the game was pretty easy? Not quite. Even on the first screen of the game, there is a secret room. There are many secret rooms, and each secret room is much harder than the rest of the level. It contains a lot of traps, so if you want to save a lot of mutants, you will probably have to play it again and again. There are totally 99 mutants in the game. You need to save at least 50 mutants to get the good ending. More than one third of them are located in secret rooms, so if you ignore the secret rooms, you will probably lose your life. The game is overall quite taut. You need to solve the puzzles, avoid enemies, avoid mines and other traps, and sometimes you need to be very fast and accurate. Everything is very hard to put together, so sometimes the game is very frustrating. For example, first you need to find a way where you should go. Then you need to think about how to solve the problems. In many places, there are multiple ways to complete the level. You could run as fast as you can, or you can sneak in the shadows. Sometimes you can use your enemy to kill other enemies, so the life is much more easier. Sometimes you need to feed permines. Sometimes you will throw the rocks at the mines. And one more complex example. One beast is started running behind you, so you run. Jump over the hole, then jump at the second floor, run and immediately crouch and roll, then run again, jump over the mines, pull the lever, and jump into the teleport. Possibly it doesn't sound too difficult. Possibly it doesn't sound too difficult, but one mistake and you have to repeat the mission. And of course, you won't be able to save the game everywhere you want. There are checkpoints, and sometimes you have to go through many screens to get them. Some parts of the game are very difficult, and some secret rooms, which are even more difficult, are completely frustrating because there are no safe checkpoints. You will need a lot of time, patience, and luck to save all the mutants. For example, in the last mission, you have only 2 minutes to reach the end of the game. And there is one last mutant behind some mines, and you have to disable it to save him. Phew! You can imagine how difficult that is. The game is from 1997, so you can see that the graphics are terrible. On the other hand, there is something cute about it, and the background is drawn and looks quite interesting. The characters are also well done, and it is clear that someone really put a lot of work into them. And the sounds are good too. There is no music, but the accompanying sounds of machinery and jungle contribute to the good atmosphere. Abe's Oddysee is a really great game. It is very hard but fair, something like Dark Souls. You have to learn a lot and improve your skills, and you can win it. But it is not really for beginners. So if you want to try something like this, but easier, try the modern Oddworld Soulstorm. But if you try this old one and you make it with a good ending, congratulations, you are really good. It is time to say pros. Well, innovative mechanics, sometimes more ways to address the issues, and interesting locations and enemies. And what are the cons? Well, the game is very difficult, so sometimes it is frustrating and a little more old school graphics. Thank you for watching the video. Next time we will look at Max Payne. First game with the feeling of Matrix. If you want to watch the review of your favorite game, please leave a comment below this video or on our Facebook page. And now we are preparing a special section of your reviews. So if you want to add your review on our YouTube channel, please send it to oldschoolgamesreviews@gmail.com, and if it will be good, everyone can watch it soon. So bye and see you next time.